Hello everybody. I want to talk to you about on your marble vases. Remember, when you make this on the wheel, you want to do your best job to use the metal rib to scrape the skin off of it to make sure that you can see all that marbling. But sometimes you can't. You know, maybe you might be a little nervous about it, or you forgot, or whatever. So I want to show you how to get it off once it's been dried. This is a good example. I can kind of see some of the marbling coming through, but it's not real good because it still has a lot of that dirty water that dried on there that we need to get off. So let me kind of show you kind of up close what I'm talking about. Is like you can kind of see the marbling here, but all this whole area you need to be able to get. So what we're going to do is we're going to use probably your round sponge, maybe your larger sponge or a rag or something, and we're going to get this area wet. I'm going to use this, I'm going to scrape this off, and then I'm just going to show you, and then I'll do the whole thing in a quick time lapse, and we'll see the end product. But right now you can kind of see it's got potential in it, but it never actually was able to come through. So let's see how to do this. First off, doesn't matter if it's hot or cold, sponge is wet, kind of get that area here all wet as well. Going to take this, and I like to scrape up with it, because I feel like it's a little bit easier and I'm not as nervous about breaking it. I'm going to do that area again. Usually one time's enough, but if you wedge it too much, no matter what you do, you're not going to be able to get any marbling out of it because there just really isn't any marbling in it. Okay, so close up, you can start seeing the marbling come out of it. So I'll switch this over to time lapse, and then we'll see when I'm all done. Okay, now I got the initial part done, and it took me probably about between 5 and 10 minutes. Now you can see that the marbling is definitely coming out, and you can also kind of see I still have some ridges in it. So what I would do is I would kind of quickly, without getting it wet again, just go through and just kind of give it kind of one more light scrape all the way across to try to get those out. Now you can also go this way. That will also kind of get those lines out, and also, maybe catch something that you missed. Now, like this area, there's still it's kind of dull in that area. I'm gonna scrape that down a little more, and yep, kind of like I thought, I was able to pull out, more marbling. So if you find an area that's kind of boring, dig down deeper. You might be surprised if it actually what's underneath it. Okay. So the person that made this, they probably wedged it too much because you can see there are definitely marbling, but it's pretty thin. You don't have larger swirls in there that you normally try to go for. But we'll fire this and we'll see what it looks like. In terms of cleanup, don't recycle any of the clay that's in here. I would grab a paper towel, just get it a little wet. Kind of get your clay. I don't want this going down the drain. 2 ends underneath it, and just throw it away. The rest of the stuff, there's not that much. It's perfectly okay to get a sponge out, a rag out, or whatever, and just clean up your spot. So I'll finish cleaning this up. Hopefully that makes sense. But it is a lot easier doing it right on the wheel, so you don't have to hand scrape it. But it kind of is what it is sometimes. So Good luck on that, and again, let me know if you have any questions.